we already have 75 people here, so let's directly jump into all hands for today. Okay, my name is Kala. I'll be your host today. The first one, let's jump into. Hold on a second. Let me share my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen now? All good. Yes. Okay. As usual, this is the theme. Hopefully, I can pull on the audio. Yeah. All right, that's it for our intro. Let's directly jump into one of the visions on the visions and mission statement. I'd like to, okay, offer this to the moderator.
Kak Kayla, excuse me. We would like to start with inspirational speaker session
Oh,
first with Kak
I,
Furkan, yes.
I see. Okay, sorry, anak magang. Okay, I'll let this to Furkan to host the inspirational sessions, and I think our special inspirational speaker today would be our own colleague. Okay, give it up to Furkan then.
Okay, thank you very much, Kayla. Yes, indeed. The inspirational speaker today is actually coming from our colleague. Okay, who can take guess? Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's correct. So for today's inspirational speaker, we would like to have a small conversation with Kak Ardi, who just celebrated his birthday last Saturday. So let's everyone wish him again a very good birthday, yeah, and also a very good year ahead alongside the journey with Kak Ardi. Okay, Kak Ardi, how do you do, Kak Ardi?
Okay. Okay, thank you, Kak Furkan. All good, all good.
Okay, all good ya. Deg-degan nggak? Are you
Banget,
today?
banget. Karena ditembak dadakan.
Oke, oke, udah. Terima kasih Kardi sudah membuka ini ya, dapur perusahaan belakang dapur kita. Tapi thank you very much Kardi for a very last minute adjustment. You are willing to share some stories about your journey, why we pick you, because first one, you just celebrated your birthday. This is part of your. We would like to also encourage and also commemorate the milestones that you have, not just about work but also in life in general. Okay, so let's proceed forward, yeah, into Kak Ardi's journey. So, let's take a look at his inspiring journey. So, initially started at 2016. Kak Ardi has worked at Global Art Features as the business manager, and then each year, Kak Ardi got promoted into a new role. On the second year working there, he has been promoted as the senior business manager, and on the third year, he has been promoted into even a more critical role, which is investment manager. And then after that, Cardi taking a career break and then continuing the career persuasion in 2023 of building a blue-green farm, which later uh, we will ask Kak Ardi to share some inspiring stories about it. And then last in 2024, in 2023, sorry, this is actually 2023, my mistake on this one, until present, now working as Bukit Vista in backend developer. So that's basically Kak Ardi's journey. Kak Ardi, is there anything that you would like to clarify first? Because because I got this information from the LinkedIn. So is there anything that you would like to clarify first before we moving forward?
Yeah. At Blue Green Farm start at 2020, not 2023.
Okay, thank you very much for clarifying that.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
there anything else that the misinterpretation or also data incorrect in this career journey, Kardi?
No. Good.
All good, yeah?
All good. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the initial question before we proceed into the core values one. So, you started as the business manager at Global Arta Futures. Can you please share some stories? So, how did you end up from becoming a business manager, non-tech roles, into later on interested in the proceeding into the tech roles? Considering also your major in Universitas Pajajaran, I believe you took agricultural studies, yeah, previously.
Okay. Okay. I'm at first I'm finished study from Unpad, Universitas Pajajaran at 2015. After that, at 2015, I have been worked at GAF or Global Arta Futures. Sorry, but my LinkedIn is not updated, but I'm start work at Global Arta Futures at 2015 and as marketing and sales. So I start my journey from marketing and sales, and Global Arta Futures is a sister company from the viral bank Indosuria. Has anything know about Indosuria? Ya, nggak ada yang tahu. Oke.
Yeah.
Jadi jadi at 2020 Indosuria is collapsed, but before 2020 I've been working at the sister company of Indosuria, especially for funding. So in the bank, at the bank is two major roles for marketing and sales, lending and funding. I'm at that time I'm marketing and sales for funding. So so much journey at marketing and sales, blah 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 blah. And after that, and you can see the journey 2060, 2070, and 2080. The journey is like in my LinkedIn, but at 2090, I have been have a health issue, so I have career break at 2090 until 2020, and after career break, I have been built some small business but failed at agriculture industry but failed. So at 2020 switched to another agriculture industry but different aspect, and it works until now. And 2023 interest to technological industry, and 2023 I joined Bukit Vista. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Kak Ardi, for outlining your journeys. Yeah. So in the first glance, I'm wondering, why would you like to move or change your career direction from marketing and then coming to agriculture and then later on coming into the technology side? I mean, it's a very different uh, roles, yeah, and also requiring different techniques and also skills.
Oh, okay. Uh, Gimana ya ngejelasinnya ya? Ya, the point is because I want become an entrepreneur next step. So I need learning. Yes, I need learning marketing first. I need to sell my product and how to sell my product, and then how to manage the team, then and yeah, at 2019 I have a career break. I have built agricultural industry, but failed because I didn't have knowledge about technologies. So after big losses, I need to compound again the apa ya modal ya bukan ngumpulin modal lagi.
Yeah.
Jadi start dengan Blue Green Farm, small business UMKM, and sells the product online. Yeah, after that I have a time to know about technologies and interesting, so I need to know penerapan langsung di dunia industrinya. Jadi saya join di Bukit Vista gitu.
Oh, I see. Thank you very much for sharing that. So if I can conclude, the career shifting that you are experiencing right now is to pursue your ultimate goal to become an entrepreneur yourself, yeah. But then there is a time that unfortunately you failed to perform or grow the business in agriculture because because there is not enough technological aspects that you learn or gain to make sure that the business is thriving. So you would like to pursue that career side now in technological side to make sure that you get the understanding and also to make sure that you are aware and also know how to implement the technology, and then later on and you get after getting that you may and would like to continue the entrepreneurship journey that you aim in the agricultural business. Is that a correct conclusion?
Yes, betul.
Okay, cool. Okay, very amazing stories. Okay, so is there any following up to that question? I would like to also know, not many people actually succeed to change their career direction, but in a sense, you did. Uh, and it is proven by you are onboarding and also becoming one of our employees in one of our very critical roles, yeah, backend developer supporting AI and also Gaia. So, what do you think is the most important traits to be possessed for someone who would like to change their career direction like you did?
Okay, the important trait, I think, about never stop study. Don't thinking of never afraid to make a mistake, because a lot of mistake, there are a lot of about the process. So you can learn and you can never stop learn about the new direction of the career. So I think itu aja.
Okay, thank you very much, Kak Ardi. So it's not basic, but to put it simply, just never settle to learn, ya. just
Yeah.
never settle to learn, having a growth mindset, which basically one of our core attributes as well. Yeah, one of our attribute having growth mindset to make sure that we are learning every day and not afraid to making mistakes, and then understanding about the and yeah, do not afraid to be fail and have a beginner mindset again to relearn everything, especially in the technical sides. Okay. Can you tell one of two stories perhaps about where did you learn? Where did you learn about these technological aspects that becoming the foundation for you to pursue the career in the tech side in Bukit Vista right now?
Gimana ya? Can I use Indonesian language maybe?
Just a bit ya, just a bit ya.
Okay. Jadi banyaknya ya untuk learningnya sih 1-2 hal itu saya dapat dari networking. Jadi emang banyak diskusi dengan orang-orang yang memang sudah terjun duluan ke dalam technological side, terutama IT. Jadi saya learningnya lebih ke apa sih yang dibutuhkan secara real di industri untuk mengerti bagaimana atau bisa membuat produk secara cepat dan baik gitu. Jadi hal tersebut yang juga membuat saya lebih mudah mengerti apa yang harus saya pelajari gitu. Jadi kalau misalnya, ya balik lagi ya, kalau misalnya belajar secara otodidak dengan internet, ya itu terlalu luas dan tidak to the point. Jadi memang networking untuk masalah IT, untuk shifting itu lebih penting gitu. Karena lebih bisa menjelaskan apa yang dibutuhkan di industrinya sendiri gitu. Jadi saya belajarnya dari arahan-arahan orang-orang yang sudah terjun duluan.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you very much, Kak Ardi, for sharing that. Okay, on to the next question. We did not forget that you have your own business called Blue Green Farm. Can you please tell us more about it? What is Blue Green Farm?
Okay, this is my side hustle. Right now side hustle. Blue Green Farm especially sells for aquascape. Especially aquascape sih, for hobbies. Diskon khusus mahasiswa ada, diskon khusus BV ada. Kalau mau pesan silahkan.
Ayo guys tuh, mumpung tuh. So everyone that would like to have an aqua space can come to Kak Ardi ya. Okay, so aqua space rocks ya, I can see here. So what makes you interested in pursuing this aqua space
Aquascape.
business? Yes, like what's the unique point that what's the unique point, or also the background that you see, the opportunity that you see in the market right now?
Okay, first thing first, there's not so much competitor, but high demand at that time. And nggak banyak petani yang bisa menanam ini juga. Jadi tanamannya tuh memang sedikit unik, khusus untuk tanaman di dalam air, dan dia butuh transformasi dari tanaman darat menjadi tanaman air. Nah itu nggak semua petani ataupun nggak semua penghobis pun bisa memproduksi dalam skala besar. Nah sedangkan saya tahu caranya, maka dari itu saya buatlah perusahaan. Ya kalau sekarang CV ya, kalau dulu masih personal, sekarang udah CV. Jadi ini udah normalnya sekarang ya, walaupun nggak banyak lagi penghobis, tapi saya masih dalam posisi 1 atau 2 terbaik di penjualannya di Tokopedia untuk aquascape gitu.
Wow, that's indeed very amazing. Okay, Kak Ardi, thank you very much ya Kak Ardi for sharing about this. And then I believe Kak Ardi also mentioned that there are several discounts for BV friends. So if you like to buy, please directly head to the link. I believe I have shared that on the chat section on this Google Meet. So you may directly head over there and then just browse around first if you find any interesting that you can check out. Okay, so that is all for our brief inspirational speaker session today with with one of our lovely employees. Thank you very much, Kak Ardi, for sharing your time and also sharing your words and also stories about your career journey, your aspiration, and even your store and also your entrepreneurship right now. Yeah, it is indeed um, inspiring. So thank you very much, Cardi, once again, and I would like to give the floor back to Kayla as the host today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mas Ardi, for sharing such inspiring journey. Also, big thanks to Purkon for hosting the sessions. Without further ado, I'd like to hand it over to Mr. Jing. Yes, he's already sharing his screen for the vision statement. The floor is yours, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Artie. I didn't know that you had such an interesting backstory too as well. In No Future. So that's a stock company, right? I think I recall actually, seeing their office on the bypass at one point. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So let's begin. I just generated this mid-journey prompt because it means stay zen, stay focused, stay cool, stay Bukit Vista. All right, anyways, let's go ahead. As I normally do, actually, if anybody has been noticing, I simplified the mission for semester 6. The semester 6 is really about expanding capacity and elevating our brand. So instead of speaking in these generics, I decided to show an example. Okay, so you're going to understand this a little bit better. What exactly is elevating a brand? I think elevating a brand means brand consistency. Okay, and this is a recent finding that I've had. Now, I understand brand consistency could be a little bit difficult because each of you work on a particular section of Bukit Vista. So you might not see what section occurred before you. So if a partner, for example, is coming to Bukit Vista, they would have been exposed to these 3 symbols very early on in their journey: ranking potential, location grade, product user fit. So they would have seen this on the website. They definitely would have seen this on the business plan, but where it all of a sudden disappeared was on BVGo. So then it brings up a really good question. Are we consistent in the brand? Which goes back to this idea of elevating the brand, right? So brand consistency means that if you're going to use a particular symbol, you're going to use a particular font, you're going to use a particular idea, be consistent with that. So don't keep on switching. For those of you who are working here right now, you might remember we have core values. Core values are essentially part of the employee brand, right? As long as we talk significantly and purposefully about core values, the mission and vision, then we were being brand consistent on that particular thing. So hopefully brand consistency is also more well understood now. Now, let's go into the good news and bad news. Or let's talk about curiosity be greater than fear first, okay? Like I said before, we're heading into a new semester, and there's going to be uncomfortable things that we will all face as a company, because I'm not an expert on branding, and I don't know, maybe many of you don't feel like you're experts on branding either. But instead of resigning ourselves to saying, I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm afraid of looking into the future, try to be curious instead. And hopefully some of these examples I'm about to show you will indicate that pursuit of curiosity. I like how Artie's smiling because he's a curious guy. All right, so let's go into more about good news and bad news and how we can apply curiosity to actually interpret these things better. A while back, for those of you who've been here for more than a year, you might have remembered this cycle. This was actually a plan that we had over a year ago about what BV6 should be. It should be about sustainable and high growth. So there was part 1 where we create product market fit. Part 2, we spend time with owners. Part 3, we work our way up the Maslow pyramid. Part 4, we do adaptive marketing. And part 5, we think that partners will find us because our product is so good. But we don't see that as much as we think we should, right? because if that were truly happening, then we probably wouldn't need to do any marketing anymore. We didn't talk about what we're doing, and people would just automatically come here. So what's happening? Why is it not just kind of generating its own growth like it should, right? Why do we still need to have people out there canvassing? Why do we still need to have people explaining what we do? Why do we need to blah, 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 blah? And those of you who have been here the last semester might remember this. This is Dunning-Kruger. Dunning-Kruger last semester applied to us. It applied to us in terms of our inability to understand strategy, because at the beginning of last semester, we were very not strategically competent. Guess what? I think partners are not strategically competent now, too. Most of what we do here is actually in the long-term interest of any particular person who wants to have market share, revenue, profitability. However, we see time and time again, partners make fatal decisions to their own lack of self-interest that endanger their ability to build brand, build revenue in sight of short-sighted ideas. It's essentially like they go to war, and just before the battle, they decide to execute the general, which is ridiculous. But it's not because we're not doing a good job. I mean, maybe a year ago, it could be that we weren't doing a good job. But more and more, what I see is that partners don't understand strategy. So this is the objective, that instead of actually telling, can we just build enough of a brand where people just trust us, right? Where they actually see and don't have to second guess what we're doing. And that becomes essentially part of the goal for this semester. All right, so that's a little bit of bad news tempered by a little bit of curiosity. The other bad news that we have is this is our hospitality score. The most recent score, as you can see right there, is 81.9. 81.9 is actually a new cycle of being low. It's really low. Well, not the lowest it's been, but in the past 6 months, I think the lowest it's been was about 80. But this is not good. This is not good for two reasons. One, it's fewer bookings are happening now in October than in August, and yet we were able to get higher hospitality scores back during peak season. So right now we have fewer guests, and somehow the hospitality is it's shrinking a little bit. I probably attribute that to a lack of targets, of vision, which we'll probably try to correct today. Okay, tell you essentially how we're going to fix this today, but also not make too many promises because we are still stuck on a particular metric, and I'll show you what metric we're stuck on. Okay. All right, so that's bad news again. Third piece of bad news is this was our new revenue growth for a few months, right? You see it was going up and up and up and up, which is good, and this is the way it looks now. So we reached all new records of almost exponential growth in September, but now we are in the very, very bottom again. It's embarrassing because essentially the lessons we learned about growing the company seem to have all been forgotten. If you take a look at it, we're almost back to where May is. We're below May. Now, granted, it's not the end of October yet, so there's still some time, but this is not a very promising start. It's unlikely that we will keep up the exponential growth. That being said, it's okay. I know I've already said that this semester is not about growth. It's about stability and brand, but I would have actually liked to believe that if we learned something about growth, then it wouldn't crash so hard, okay? And we're not getting the stability we want to see in hospitality either. So it's like we've not really gained anything with stability or brand, and we've lost the growth. So that's the bad news up front. Now, I like to tell bad news up front rather than later on because at the end of a semester, there's not too much point in sharing bad news because it's already too late to do anything about it. But if you're listening to my voice right now, take this as maybe a motivation. I know at the end of every semester, we all feel very tired, we feel very accomplished, and we want to take a little break. And I know that might be different for each person. Here's my suggestion. If you want to take a break, make it a scheduled break, put it on your calendar, ask for some PTO time off, okay, and do it. Then when you're ready to come back, get ready to work, okay? November is coming up, which is usually our softest season. So if you do want to ask for some PTO or whatever, I would say that's probably the most strategic time to do it. Just make sure that you understand where the brand direction is going and make sure that there's anything that you can do to help brand take care of that before you PTO, okay? Oftentimes that's just getting the strategy right, laying down the groundwork for long latency work and making sure that it's okay, okay? I'll be taking some PTO off in November for sure. And hopefully also that might be a good inspiration for everyone to restore work-life balance. I think we do deserve some time off, but I am in charge of leading the company, and this isn't good news, okay, for this part. Now, my commitment, again, is to make sure that everyone here does their job to support and grow the brand. I promise to train and develop senior leaders to lead a strong brand, and I will also ask that senior leaders teach their particular new skill sets and supervision and strategy to their team so that their teams can work more independently. And I want everyone to have a fair chance at getting their next semester bonus, just like we did before. Now, let's talk about essentially my confession. So you guys already know this. I'm not a brand expert. I'm here to learn. When I learn something new, I promise to teach you guys. But if you learn something, then teach me. Teach me through the all hands. Teach me about what you've discovered in your personal updates. I do read them. Teach me through, I don't know, the weekly mission and company vision. Okay. So teach, because we all need to learn. And the faster we learn, the more ability we will be at becoming experts on brand. All right. Next, let's demo a brand touch point. This is always good, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys BV Go. You guys ready? Okay. I think this is an important brand touch point, and the more I show everybody, the more chances that this is going to work well. So let's see. If I click over here on BV Go and I set some dates from October 1st to 16, let's touch that. And this is essentially the, oh, see, that's nice, right? It opens up pretty quickly. Okay, there's notes here. Let's take a look at that. I need to be a better skilled user of BV Go. Okay, all right. So, you know, the waiting. This is what partners would experience, right? And experience. Ah, I decided to give up. Okay, I'm going to go over to this side. Okay, I'm going to take a look at my property. Okay, cool. Villa Cava. Going to open the accounting report. Ah, pretty fast. Okay, I wonder if that's correct. If there's, okay, this is definitely, okay, that's interesting. Interesting, right? Those of you who are here probably are wondering why that the particular property is not correlated to the accounting. All right, here's my commitment. Whatever is, I think, a strong brand touch point during the all hands, I'm just going to put in front of everyone. Okay, it's not to shame anybody, it's not to whatever, but it's just to know that, look, if essentially we cannot inhabit the particular perspective of our users, then we are tone deaf, right? We don't really understand what users are experiencing. For those of you who work on BV Go, maybe this can give us some inspiration on, you know, essentially how this should work in a live demo, because I know that engineers love live demos, and it is a great opportunity to also see where significant improvements can be done. Okay. Ah, now it works for some strange reason. I don't know. Okay, let's drill down. Maybe I'm not a good user. But I think that's another good question. What should a good user be? Should a good user be like the most competent or the least competent? And should we design according to which type of user? Considering that a lot of our partners are fairly old and not very technically competent, we should probably aim to design something that is suitable for the least competent user. That would be my suggestion. Okay, anyways, quick one on demonstrating a brand touch point. Next week, it could be your brand touch point. Yeah, so just be ready. Speaking of brands, let's talk about this. Anybody know who this is? Yeah? No? Okay, all right. This is Ibu Rizka. Ibu Rizka is a very interesting individual. Ibu Rizka has created a brand that some of you might have seen before. Anybody who's been to Jogja probably has seen the Tugu brand. Tugu Jogja, it's bakpia kukus, which is very innovative because it was the first bakpia. Yes, time to go, yeah? And, yes, Rama, I need to move on. Okay, all right. Good timing then. All right, here's, okay, maybe I can skip this. All right, think about what you can learn to support the semester 6 goals. Now, we have an incomplete goal, and I do apologize. I do need to take some responsibility for this, okay? But we have some parts that are complete. Our revenue goal for semester 6 is 3.5 million. That part is done, okay? You can rest assured that that will be the revenue goal. The overall rating is 4.84 and 85% on our hospitality goals. However, there's one piece that's missing. The piece that's missing right now is a partner brand stability goal. We're still working on that, okay? So we probably will have either 2 to 3 goals for the hospitality part, plus 1 revenue goal, okay? So probably 2 to 3 goals for the hospitality, 1 for revenue. Now, it might be 2 because we just like simplicity. Why not? Why create 3 if there could be 2? So if there's 2, there's probably going to be 1 on guest side and 1 on partnership side. Okay. Guest side branding is very clear. It's just the Airbnb score. We all know. Partnership will probably be something related to the partner stability and also how well partners understand our brand. Okay. Plus the revenue goal. The deal is still the same. The deal is we need to reach the revenue goal because that's how we pay bonuses. All right. So the revenue goal always needs to be reached. And then depending upon which 2 of these goals, then there will be a multiple of individual bonuses there. Okay. That's all that I have for today. And like I said, we're still trying to figure out what the brand goals can be. Now, one more thing I need everyone to understand. Okay. Like I said earlier, I might not understand something about brand. If I do get the brand goal incorrect on the partnership side, okay, then as compensation, I'll put some more, whatever, I'll penalize myself, okay, for getting the goal wrong. There might be a change in one of the partnership goals. I'd like to say not, but if there is, then you'll receive compensation for it because I don't want to lead people down the wrong goal, okay? But I do need your patience because we do need to figure out what exactly a partner stability and a partner brand goal is. So I'm asking for a little bit more time here, okay? But meanwhile, here's what I want everyone to focus on. Focus on essentially the momentum that we gained from the previous semester continuously forward, okay? Focus on doing what you were doing correctly because that momentum should not be lost. So that target is already set there. That's it. Okay, let me hand it over to, I guess, Kyla, yeah, for the next speaker.
Actually, this is directly to Azel. Then
Oh, Azal, sorry. Okay, it's you, Azal.
today's moderator, so I'll share the screen. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing and Kak Ardi that has shared very inspirative and informative announcement or informations. Okay, next we jump into the screen of Kak Kayla. Okay, now we are going to continue about the hospitality and revenue target that is going to be presented by Kak Furkon. Kak Furkon, the time and screen is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Azel, and also thank you, Kayla, for sharing the screen. So let's proceed forward into the report for this week, hospitality and also revenue semester target achievement. Next slide, please. Okay, so a little bit heads up that this week we have a more favorable news to be delivered. So for the details about that, let's directly check our hospitality target achievements. And into the first metric, accuracy. Accuracy is increasing 1.8% compared to last week, from 87.1% to 88.9%. Proceed forward into the check-in. Check-in increasing amazingly 6.7%. Last week at 80.6% and this week at 86.7%. I'm sorry, it should be like 6 plus 1% then increase, yeah. Error on my side. Okay, next slide, please. And cleanliness, amazing increase as well. 7.9% increase. Last week coming from 71.8% and then this week 79.7%. Okay. And into the next one in communication, increasing 1.8%. Last week at 80.8% and this week at 83.6%. And then next, location increasing amazingly 5.7%. Last week coming from 62.9% and then this week at 68.6%. And then value increasing 2.6%. Last week at 77.1% and this week at 79.7%. So in conclusion, all metrics are increasing. So it's generally good news. However, on the overall quality side, we have set the target semester for the hospitality target, 5-star rating at 85% and overall rating at 4.84. So we are still quite lacking into achieving the hospitality semester target by the numbers that you can see on the screen. So let's move forward. Okay. On to the next slide, revenue target achievements. Okay, so we have set the revenue target for this semester at 3.5 million USD at this point, and we are currently at 400,000 USD in progress. However, please note that this is the beginning of the semester, so the numbers are very, if you find it small, it is very understandable. Compared to last week, we get an increase of 61,000 USD in revenue compared to last week. So yeah, that's my report for hospitality and also revenue target semester achievement. Back to you, Azel.
Okay, thank you Kak Furkon because you have presented our hospitality and revenue target. Now we are going to jump into the guest mission inspiration that is going to be presented by Kak Afits. Kak Afits, the time and screen is yours. Is Kak Afits here? Hello, Kak
Sorry,
Afits. Okay,
sorry,
okay, okay.
I was still muted ya. So we update the Airbnb profile pending last week. So we give some update to our Airbnb profile that using the old member of Bukit Vista. So we have some update to Cynthia Wayana, Adventures Accommodation, Andre Ara, and Ryan Ching, Rafik, to our senior member. So we do this to increase our Bukit Vista branding in guest side touch point. So we hope by making these changes will increase our Bukit Vista brand to the guests. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kak Afis. The innovation is very nice because it is about update Airbnb profile branding that can positively transform our guests. Okay, now we are jump into the partner mission inspiration that is going to be presented by Kak Nadia. Kak Nadia, the time and screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Adele. So this actually for the business plan requirement. So what we do during on the business plan requirement is that we add the narrative and description on the ranking principle, and also we add a new section for our guarantees is the money back guarantee and also the highest bid guarantee. Also, we improve the analyst descriptions over there with Bella and also Wahyus as well. And we add some comparison progress graphics. So yeah, thank you. Back to you, Azel.
Thank you, Kak Nadia, because you have shared about transformation of our partner mission inspiration. Next, we are going to jump into the technological innovation weekly mission inspiration. The first one is the innovation from Kak Wendy. Kak Wendy, the time and the screen is yours. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So the problem is recently we received complaints from user regarding our Bivigo app, and the main issue is the reviews were displayed starting from the oldest, so it's making the user too difficult to read the latest guest reviews. So they complain a lot about this, and the solution is that we promptly forwarded the report to our development team, and we assigned the developer to address this issue. And then the review data is now correctly ordered. Just yesterday it fixed, and the order already displayed in correct order from the newest to the oldest. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Kak Wendy, for your innovation. And the second one is we are going to jump into Kak Titan's innovation. Kak Titan, the time and the screen is yours.
Okay, Azel, thank you. I want to announce about Bivigo performance enhancement through local case implementation. Like what Mr. Jing has demonstrated before, it's about Bivigo. The problem is some times ago, we received feedback from several partners regarding the performance of Bivigo application, which was considered slow. This caused operational activities for our partners to be significantly hindered. And then the solution now, partners no longer need to wait for the process of displaying data in Vivigo that has been previously accessed. We have implemented local casing to store previously accessed data. So when the same data is accessed again, it no longer needs to be retrieved from the API. We have also implemented a delayed refresh mechanism to perform the data update retrieval process from the API in the background, allowing partners to retrieve the latest data as if they no longer need to wait like before. However, we still have some limitation. Currently, we have applied this to the five main page in Vivigo. Moving forward, we will also implement across all key subpage and add a visualization of the background data fetching process with a loading animation. That's from me. Thank you. Back to Azel.
Okay, thank you Kak Titan for the Vivigo performance enhancement mechanism innovations. The last thing or the last one, we are going to jump into our Vivigo developer that is beside me. Okay, let's go. Ega Permana, the time is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Ezel. Let me tell us about user experience enhancement via design and performance update in Bivigo. Before the updates, the Bivigo app had several issues, inconsistent navigation and outdated design, slow load times on the My Property page, partner feedback not fully implemented, leading to usability concerns. To address the issue, we implemented apply across five main pages, updates icon for smoother, more intuitive navigation, API improvement on the Property page, reducing load times and improving efficiency with
Okay. I kind of forgot regarding how much have we won on this part, but this is the before picture and this is the after. Later on, you guys can also check on this part to see whether you catch any differences. Also giving feedback to Ega and the team. Okay, Furkon, I guess still on screen, right? So
Yes.
should we move forward? Okay. Thank you, it's Starling. I would say so. Okay, I'll take over as the moderator then. As Azil's not here, I'll give it up for you then Furkon for the company
Yes.
team and target achievements.
Thank you very much, Kayla. So, everyone, this is the company team and target achievement update for October so far. And for the October target, we have currently and entering the third week of the October, our revenue target achievement is at 400 401 USD. Sorry, my tongue is quite slippery this morning. It's actually accumulating a progress at 69.82% from the OK target at 575,000 USD. Okay, and on the 5-star percentage, this is actually still the same, and also 5-star percentage and also overall rating is still the same with the hospitality target achievement that has been presented earlier on the semester recap, because this is just the first month. So the achievement is at 83.6%, which accounts 98.35% for the 5-star percentage, and the achievement for overall rating at 4.76, accounting 99.16% from the overall rating target achievement. So what are our opportunities for the October? in October, we managed to have 52% occupancy, 11% increase compared to last week, 7% expired dates, 1% maintenance, 3% owner usage, and we have 36% nights available to sell to achieve the OK target. So yeah, that's the report for the company team target achievement. I believe Azel is back online now, so I will give the floor back to Azel.
Okay, thank you Kak Furkon for the company team target and achievement sharing. By the way, sorry for my connection loss. Now we are moving on into the promotion and new employee. The first one is from Kak Bayu. Okay, Kak Bayu, the time and the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Azel. This is a promotion to Lutfi as our backend developer. Currently part-time because he's still studying, but Lutfi is promoted from internship into a part-time backend developer. And after going through some evaluation, we see that Lutfi have some of the attributes that we really appreciate in Bukit Vista, which is his thinking critically, and also he's willing to improve or change his behavior towards growth mindset, which is really good. So congratulations to Lutfi to be promoted as the backend developer part-time. The second one is to Titan. So Titan has been evaluated in this last 3 months as the product owner in probation period. And after the evaluation and some tests and also performance review, we decided that Titan has passed his 3 months probation and now becoming a full-time product owner in the engineering team. So as a product owner, Titan is responsible to make sure that every issue that we have and that we flagged and we give solution is delivered by all of the engineers. And he's also making sure that the engineers are productive and being helped to manage their project. So congratulations to Titan and Lutfi. Back to Azel. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much Kak Bayu for the promotion and new employees announcement. And good luck and have fun to Kak Lutfi as a part-time backend developer and Kak Titan as a full-time product owner. Now we are moving on into the core value recognition. Okay, we can jump into the first one first. We can see the bottom, and the first one is from Kak Ismail Ramadhani. I mean Rama, sorry. Rama to, okay, there are many of people here. Okay, Rama, the time and the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Azel. So for everyone that I've mentioned here, Kak Bella, Kak Dea, Krishna, Kak Adi, Lutfi, Litan, Furkon, Marcel, Kaila, and Kak Wahyu, and maybe other names that I haven't mentioned yet, gitu ya. Thank you so much for always supporting our employer branding initiatives and never bosan gitu ya. Jangan pernah takut atau bosan gitu, males kalau aku chat buat like and comment. Thank you so much, and back to you again, Azel. Or I think I've also mentioned another one there. So let's just jump to the next one. For the second one is to Kak Dea, to Azel as well, gitu ya. Jason, Kak Rehan, Kak Robin, Kak Sarah, Ega, Bella, Kak Bella, and Yosef, gitu ya. Thank you so much for helping me by providing materials for our employee branding content. And I'm also cannot wait to give other recognition to other fellow Fistan and Fistan in the future. Especially Kak Bella, thank you for being our employer branding models so many times. Okay, back to you, Azel.
Okay, thank you, Rama, for the core value recognitions. Okay, we are going to move on. The third is from Kak Wahyu to Kak Bella. Kak Wahyu, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Azel, and also thank you to Kak Bella and also Kak Sarah. I think because Kak Sarah managed all the cancellation policy, I made a huge mistake 2 weeks ago, I presume. regarding price decision, and Kak Bella noticed that, and finally I try to reprice the pricing again, making sure that it's aligned with the minimum rate that has been set by the revenue management team. So I really learned a lot from this mistake because it is related to our revenue. So thank you so much, and to Kak Bella, Kak Gray, and Kak Sarah for the direction and also the cancellation. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you Kak Wahyu for the core value recognition. And we are going to move on into Jason. Jason, the time is yours.
Okay, so I would like to recognize Kak Furkon, Matthew, Mas Rehan, and also Mr. Jing for teaching me about article writing or simply storytelling. And the insights from Kak Furkon and Mas Re really helped me on crafting a better article. At least for now, I think I know what are the parts that I don't know, and currently still trying learning on how to craft a better articles. And kudos to Matthew also, who taught me on how to better insert some backlinks. Back to you, Hazel.
Nice. Thank you, Jason, for the core value recognition. Now we are going to move on into from Kak Gani to Kak Rehan. Kak Gani, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Azel, and good morning, everyone. So, despite busy work on Monday, Rehan maintained the quality of his supervisory skill with new trial members, strict inspection, firm feedback, and high demand for quality works are example of good leadership. So, keep up the good work, Rehan. Mantap.
Okay, that was very nice information to Kak Rehan. Okay, now we are going to move on into the from Kak Gray into Kak Kayla. Okay, Kak Gray, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Azel. Good morning, everyone. So I want to recognize Kyla for being the hero and help other to help themselves. So I want to recognize her for notifying me about my mistake on sending a newsletter where I blasted it to all partner instead of a specific partner because I said it wrong. So she immediately jumped in and helped to reply some of the partner that were confused while I fixed the newsletter. So it is switched off really fast. So thank you for notifying me and lessons learned.
Thank you, Kak Gray, for sharing your core value recognition. Next, we are going to from Kak Bella to Mo Wayana recognition. Kak Bella, the time is yours.
Okay, hello everyone. So thank you to Moayana. When we discovered the new area to canvas, she directly jumped in if there's anything not make sense happen. So thank you Moayan, semangat offline canvassing-nya. Thank you. Back to siapa? Azel.
Ya, aku Kak ya. Oke. Okay, thank you Kak Bella for the core value recognition. Next, I think we have four core value recognitions from Mr. Jing, but the first one is from Mr. Jing to Kak Nadia first. Mr. Jing, the time is yours.
Oh, okay. This is Nadia for actually just listening during the all hands because I said show me, don't tell me. So we discussed about this Dazzle data dashboard. Nadia came up with a prototype that we could look at on the same day, which is really important. It goes back to Azel, the painted door concept. So thank you, Nadia, for feeling fast, learning fast, inspiring delight. The faster we can prototype, the faster we can build a great brand. Okay, to my next core value recognition then, to next.
Okay.
Okay, this is actually to the twin team of Ramen for Khan. You guys are really, really good at storytelling. If you don't believe me, just take a look at some of the new articles that have been going up on our career side and also on our Instagram. They are truly different. So I think that's actually very inspirational. It's a big innovation. So I think that's good. We used to have style with no substance. Sometimes we had substance with no style, but with this team, I think we're getting both style and substance, which is exactly on the right pathway to brand. So good work, guys. Next. This is the bio and video. I'm putting them on the spot to recognize whoever's actually making BBGO better. I have no idea, really. I don't know why BBGO is more smooth, and Teton spoke about earlier. Is there anybody that should be recognized from your perspective, gentlemen?
Yeah, this is basically multiple people. Okay, let me. Okay, so I'll just mention everyone involved in this. First, actually, it's me coming up with. Yeah, I don't like to sound arrogant, right? But this is the reality.
It's not arrogant. Somebody needs to recognize leadership sometimes.
Right. So first vision, actually, because I don't code the BVGO, so I will credit that part to other people that actually doing it. But first, actually, it's pretty important is vision and also creative solution. And I'm also right now doing the UI and UX design myself for now. Why? Because I think this is pretty important. We always think about the problem technically, right? We want the application to be fast. In fact, that what we are doing is very little. We have some improvement with the speed, with the loading, but actually no, it's not that. The solution is actually we just make it look like it's fast. It's not actually. Yeah, so this is that's why EGA showing us only 5 pages in the BVGO app, because that's actually a test. So if the user feels like faster, then we will implement it to other pages. So what happened is actually, yeah, we just do the usual thing, but we make it look like it's already there, the data. So they don't see the loading process. And the people involved in this project is first Robin and Wendy. They are working on the back-end improvement, the actual back-end improvement, faster response time. But no matter what the limit is, our data is a lot, database. So they have been able to reduce, I think, almost like 5 times faster backend. So that's to Wendy and also Robin. And then next, EGA. EGA is implementing into the actual mobile app. So we have the idea, we have all the design, but EGA is actually implementing it to the mobile app. So that's credit to EGA. Not on the engineering team, this is Nadia. Nadia is doing user interview. So we are discovering things like that doesn't look like it's important, but actually it's reality, that how the user is actually using the app. So we have gotten a very good feedback from partner by Nadia is doing this interview. So thank you, Nadia, for that. And the last one is Titan. Right? Titan is a product owner. He's doing the coordination on this development. A lot of coordination, especially because we still work with freelance as well, freelance designer, freelance mobile developer, and he's accommodating all of those additional team member to this project. So yeah, that's almost everyone that's working specifically on this task, other than other engineering team members.
Amazing. Okay, thank you very much. That reminds me a lot of this video that Bayu shared with me of this British event company, like the AdLib story. So each role and what they do. Okay, fantastic. Very good. Thank you. Vinny, did you want to add anything, or did Bayu speak all the words that you wanted?
Just also additional thing. In the past month, Wendy has also started transitioning from front end to also mobile app development. So we're also involved in that. We have a very difficult time to hire external mobile app developer. Even with freelancers, we have various failures and difficulties. So him being like an internal person who already understands what is going on, what we need, actually helps a lot, especially aided with the coaching from EGA. And Wendy is not afraid to learn from interns, for example, right? So that's also
excellent. I learned a lot from interns.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Excellent. Love it. West Side Wendy. Okay, good. Anything else? That's good? Okay, good. I want to give the senior engineering leaders opportunities to explain what exactly engineers do, because It's a mystery sometimes, right, guys? So let's go. Yeah, let's do that. Next time I'll ask Kyla and Marcel what their team does to get us the hospitality scores, because sometimes that's a mystery too, right? So we need to unpack it. Okay, let's get back. Next, I want to recognize Azel. Azel bought everybody here at the base coconut water yesterday, which I thought was pretty impressive because he didn't need to do that at all. But what I do see from that is not the coconut water. I see appreciation. I see gratitude. And every time I speak to Azel, he has some good questions. He doesn't make it feel like it's a waste of time to coach him, because he's indicating that he's trying to participate in understanding. Sometimes he asks silly questions, but that's perfectly fine. I think he's a beginner, and I ask silly questions too when I don't understand. So that is part of the learning process and to be admired. Okay, and next. Oh, this is actually over to Gun. Wait. Let me say one more thing before we go. Okay. Okay. I'll let Gunny go and then I'll conclude. Here, back to you, Gun.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Singh. And again, this is to Nadia. So Nadia has demonstrated high level of sensitivity and care for the experience that partners receive from our service. So this is super important since not everyone doesn't have equal level of empathy. So yeah, keep up the good work. Yeah.
Okay, thank you Kak Gani for sharing your core value recognitions to Kak Nadia. Next, we are going to on personal updates, but as usual, because we have a lot of personal updates, we can skip it for time efficiency. But guys, don't forget to fill the personal updates by latest today at 5 p.m. Okay, next, for the last, we can jump into announcements. We can see, but if there are no announcements attached here, okay, maybe any announcements that can be shared by
Mr. Jing.
Here, I'll conclude. I'm going to bring up something I think that is actually pretty interesting, and many of you might not see it explicitly. Bayu kind of revealed something that is important, which is oftentimes good leadership work is invisible. I'll say that again. Good leadership work is invisible, and oftentimes people don't really even realize they are being led correctly. Now, Bayu took and was the hero in that case, because in our culture, in Asian culture, it's not generally comfortable to talk about what you as a leader might done to create a atmosphere of understanding, right? Which can lead to a lot of ignorance of what actually happens behind the scenes. So I'm going to try to clear this up, but in the future, if you're a leader, you can speak about it yourself, okay? It's fine. I think we have an acceptable culture for that. Number one, I want to actually recognize Furkan for doing this, because last week I noticed that a lot of the people receiving recognition were not giving much recognition back. And what that leads to is a culture of non-gratitude, right? It seems like I always get, but I never share. So then that results in bad culture. I think that has been corrected from what I can see this week, and that's great. I want to also recognize Bella. Bella and wait, there was one more. I think Bella. Okay, and that is actually Bella specifically on this one, because I noticed it here. When people are reporting what they failed on and what they actually, I think it's Bella twice, right? Because Gray recognized it too. Okay, Bella and Kyla here. So. Okay, right, okay. So when people are actually comfortable reporting what they failed on and what they did to recover, that's a great sign. That's a great sign. Because that means instead of having everybody go back and fail on the same type of mistake again, you are contributing to the overall understanding of this team to understand what everyone can do to be growth mindset. A wise person said this to me one time, right? It's very expensive to learn from your own mistakes, but it's very wise to learn from other people's mistakes. So thank you. If you're contributing your mistakes here, you're not accepting that. You are regarding the contribution to everyone else as greater than your own, oh, I'm ashamed of my mistake. So I think that's leading to really, really good culture there too, as well. Kyla should be recognized, I think, for keeping track of details, which is one of her particular things, okay? And then other people are appreciating that she's keeping track of other people's attention to details. So that's actually a leadership recognition for keeping us on detail, which is, I think, pretty strong. Okay, who else has some leadership? Gani. Gani is recognizing good supervisory culture from Rehan, which is great. Which goes back to what we're saying in the very beginning of this all hands. If we want our team to inherit good strategic and good supervisory culture, then we need to recognize them as leaders. Otherwise, they'll probably forget that that's even important at all. Okay, so there is a hidden side, I think, to leadership, and it's hidden. It's sometimes forgotten. So if you do receive good leadership, please try to remember, because you might be the only person who feels confident to speak about it. But if you're a leader, then you want other people to learn. Don't be afraid to self-promote. I think that's fine, as Bayu has demonstrated just earlier, and speak about what you're actually offering, because sometimes it is invisible, and it should be actually visible if we want other people to learn. Okay, all right. Back to you, Azel. Azel has a laugh a minute. You're having so much fun here. Can't imagine what you do after work.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing, for the announcements, and I let Kak Kaila to continue.
Okay, all right, everyone. It looks like we're wrapping up today's all hands. And I believe that covers everything for these sessions. Again, big thank you for Ardi for being an engaging speaker, also for Hazel for moderating and hosting the sessions. Thank you, everyone who joined us, and see you at the next all hands. And have a good, productive day today.
Thank you.